Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm very excited to talk to you guys, and discuss with you my predictions for this year. I would have done separate videos for the agencies, but I'm too random to do that. So if you are not into that, you have some time to exit LOL. I will be more than happy to do a video responding to your own predictions, so feel free to leave them down below. So with that being said, let's start with this mess. Red Velvet will have a comeback in the first months of 2021. I saw so many people talking about them disbanding, or getting the same treatment as FX, but I will have to disagree. I believe they will get their comeback, and if it becomes successful, they will continue to be active, not as the previous years, but they will still have their comebacks. I also expect a Japanese release, and more solo activities. I can totally see Wendy having more OST, for the Irene and Seulgi unit. I believe it will be determined that how popular their group comeback will be, and the criticism Irene will receive. I hope for the best for these girls, but I only see them receive the bare minimum. Next is 17. I believe they will have 2 or even 3 comebacks, but I most likely think they will release 2 full albums, and they will be promoted better. I also think they will promote in America. Well, that actually will go to every artist that is now under the big hit label. For them, I also believe we will see more solo projects, but not many. I also can see some unit songs coming out. Next is Twice. We will see probably 2 or 3 mini albums that will have more feminine and classy image, as we saw in I Can't Stop Me, and now in Cry For Me. They will also have their regular Japanese comeback. I believe we will start seeing solo activities, but I don't think they will debut one as a solo artist just yet, and have promotions and all that. I can see subunits coming out though, and overall I think they will focus on their image as individuals more, and sadly I think they will be overworked. Next is EXO. As some of you may know already, some of the members are in the military, and Minseok just recently got released. In 2020 they didn't have any group comeback, but it would be very difficult to see any group activity, but they could make it work for one comeback. In the other hand, I believe they will continue to thrive as solo artists, especially they, Baekhyun and Naokai. I can see OST coming from Minseok and Dio once he gets released. EXO-SC will continue with the regular one mini album, and I hope they get their military service done as soon as possible, because when they come back it will be huge. Next is Itzy. As everyone expects, they will be overworked. I'm thinking of a mini album in the first months of 2021, then a summer comeback, and one during the end of the year as well. If they release 2, I will count on one of them being a full album. I also think they will release a Japanese track, with one B-side. I believe they will have a very successful year and their comeback will exceed the milestones they have succeeded already. I can also see more of them in magazines, and could do one Western collaboration. In addition, JYP girls will be overworked this year, so let's wish them the best. The next artist is TXT. For them I can see 2 albums, one of them being a full album, a Japanese release, and I could see Subin participate in a K-drama. They will grow even more popular domestically. I could see some collaboration stage with Enhypen in the 2021 award shows, and I could see some members doing covers on YouTube. Also, they will have a show as a group. Next is Aespa. I think they could have one more release in the start of the year, and some time after have their first mini album. Then in the second half they will release another one. I believe their first one won't be as successful in the sales aspect of the album, because of all the controversies, but I will try and get my hands on their album, as I see so much potential in them. Also, they will probably have their own show, and then their second mini album will do a lot better. I see them getting a lot popular from overseas, and it will be a very testing year for them, as the public will continue being harsh on them. I just hope SM won't mess up more with their image. Next is NCT. Will not have as many releases as 2020, but they will still release a lot of content, especially with NCTU. Every other unit will probably have 1 or 2 comebacks with full albums. It just depends on whether SM decides to debut another boy group, but I will talk more about it later on. I believe that NCT won't be promoted so much in America, and I can expect a lot of intense choreographies coming from them. Next is Somi. I can see her release one mini album around the end of the first half of 2021, and could have one comeback with 2 tracks in the end of the year. At least I hope so, cause she be having one comeback a year, and no activities. So I can see her being a part of a variety show, and having more activities this year. Next is Treasure. They already had 3 comebacks in the span of some months only, so I can see them having a mini album, or even a full album in the start of the year. I also can see some solo releases every now and then, or even some small unit for rap. And I believe they will have another comeback around the summer, and their third for 2021. Probably in October. They will be more popular in Korea. They will also release a Japanese track, and I can see them having a show on their everyday life. Next is Everglow. They will make a comeback in the first half of 2021, with a different concept from their previous ones, and I can see it be successful. I also can see a second comeback with a full album, but that just depends on whether they will get more popular domestically. That could only be by appearing on shows, and things like that, which I doubt they will do. But I believe that we could have a chance to see them of the award shows if their comebacks are continuing to be successful. Next is GOT7. We will learn very shortly if they will renew their contracts, but I doubt this will be the end of the group. Even if they move from JYP, I think they will try to go somewhere as one, but even with the lack of promotions, I believe there is a high chance they will stay in their company, but I see them all do more solo activities, such as acting, or appearing in variety shows. I think Jackson will continue his solo stuff, but I can see Bam Bam joining the solo career. I hope for their best. Next is G-Friend. I believe after the great comebacks they had this year, they will continue thriving, and will reach a new peak for them. From the time they joined Big Hit, we saw a new side of them, and I believe the company will help them promote overseas as well. For this year I'm expecting 2 comebacks with full albums that will be very successful, and we will see an increase on the album sales. They will follow the image of their recent comebacks, and I also think they will have a Japanese release, and I could see some little solo activities, but I think they will mainly focus in the group. Next is Enhypen. They will have a very successful year, and I'm counting on 2 or 3 comebacks with mini albums. Their concept will be very strong, and will keep our interest. We will also see them having their show, and some promotions in the USA. I also believe their album sales will be very good, and stable. Next is Mamamoo. I believe they will focus more on their solo activities, especially Hwasa, with possibly 1 album, and after she could have 1 or 2 tracks be released. For the other I think of 1 comeback each. Now for them as a group, I could see 1 or 2 albums, but I think their solo career will be more successful in 2021. Next is G-Dragon. You didn't see that coming, right? I believe he will finally make his comeback, with a full album of course. I don't know if it's a prediction or a wish. I'm sure he will do very well in sales, and will be a huge year for him. I'm also thinking of Big Bang having some release, but when they come back I think it would be very well planned, and I could definitely see a documentary in the making. Oh, and also Taeyang could possibly have an album on the way, if not this year, the year after. Next is Chungha. I think she is from the solo artists that always release things, but I believe 2021 will be a very successful year for her. I think we can expect in the first half a full album, but also tracks being released every now and then. Also many collaborations. She could have a show, and many appearances in variety shows. I also can see her having an online concert. Next is BTS. They will continue their successful path, and I can see 2 full albums in the making, 1 being more deep, as I sadly think it will be their final full year as a group before enlistment. I know they will win that Grammy, at least for me they already have. I can see lots of solos being released, especially from Taehyung and J-Hope. I can also see Jungkook surprising us with something, and I also think they will have OST. Next, and the final artist I will talk today is Blackpink. Every prediction video I have seen talks about how it will be their downfall, but I think we could have too many albums this year. I know now I'm Delulu, but I'm thinking for a comeback near the summer, and then one again in winter. I can see them being promoted more in America, and will thrive in their solos. I believe Rosé will have her solo debut probably around her birthday, in the first half of the year, and will be a mini album, with probably 4 tracks. I can see Lisa making her debut in the second half with 1 or 2 tracks, and for Jisoo I think she will do her acting career, and maybe we could see an OST from there. It would be cool if they had Rosé also in that one. I think if she was to debut as solo, it will be in the winter time, but I don't have too many hopes in that one. Now for Jennie, she has what it takes to make a comeback as soloist, but if the other girls don't debut, she won't be releasing anything. But I don't know, have a feeling she could do a collaboration with G-Dragon, if he is to drop an album, actually with any of the girls, or even having him as Future. I don't know, I expect something from them. As a group I could see them attending award shows both in Korea and America, as it seems that the awards aren't as dirty as they were in the previous years. Now in another category I want to talk is debuts from the Big Four. From YG Entertainment we have heard about a girl group that was supposed to debut in 2020. I don't have much of expectations of that happening, but if it were, it would be around the middle of the year. From JYP, I could see a boy group making their debut in the second half, but for their concept I'm totally clueless. Maybe a more cute, and go on from there, like NCT Dream had. From Big Hit, I think it's their time to debut a girl group, but I only recently heard about auditions for females. I could always be mistaken though, but as the company grows, it could be the right time to have a girl group from their start. Now for SM Entertainment, I doubt they will debut any artist, especially boy group, as NCT only seems to add members. So are there any male artists left? I don't know, but seriously, if SM wants to stay in their place, they should expand more, and give opportunities to their artists. So this is it. Whoever stayed till the end, you are a true one. As you understand, I couldn't put every artist here, but if you want I can respond to your own predictions. These are not facts. I'm just really speaking my mind, and what I think could actually happen. Anyway, I hope every artist gets what they deserve, and have a wonderful and successful year. I hope you enjoyed this mess, and if you'd like to see more from me, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more related videos. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye.